Okay, you ready for this? I'm gonna do a big unboxing. Well, it's not like I've not done these before. I think I've done unboxings that are bigger than this, but I have quite a few things to show. Maybe the thumbnail gave it away, but if it didn't, well, we got a few there from Amazon. One from CD-ON. A few more from Amazon. One from CD-ON. And finally one from Ginza. So we're gonna open all of this right now. It's been a while since I made an unboxing of this size. Let's make a thumbnail right there. Okay. I usually don't do that in the video, but anyway, let's just get started. We have lots of stuff here. The ones from Amazon, they're pretty cheap. Well, most of them. There is one. I don't know exactly which ones are in here. I'm guessing. Well, never mind. I'll talk about them when I get to them. So first up, oh, this arrived pretty quickly. Quartet, directed by Dustin Hoffman. This I actually kind of mainly got this because Billy Connolly is in it, and I talked about him in my recent What I Watched video. And yeah, I love Dustin Hoffman, of course. He's not in the movie. Maybe he's in a tiny part. I don't think so, but he's not in in any of the starring roles at all. Also has Maggie Smith. The others I don't really know. Michael Gambon, I feel like I should know who that is. Recognize the name, but and I saw this just now, includes commentary with the director Dustin Hoffman. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I've heard about this, and got more interested in it after I became a fan of Billy Connolly. So anyway, yeah, let's continue. Think I know what this is. Kirstie Alley, Fat Actress, the complete first series, but this is all of the the whole series. Basically, I guess she had some weight problems, and that was probably written about in media and whatever, in the press or whatever. So she made a bit of a spoof on herself, or referenced that in this show. I guess it's not just about her weight problems. I guess it's about she plays herself as a struggling actress, a fictional version of herself, a successful television movie star whose weight gain has become the subject of every tabloid imaginable. I guess that's sort of yeah, what happened in real life to her, I guess. I don't know exactly, but this is in a terrific condition. And why did I get this? Maybe I should start with that. Well, honestly, I don't have a good reason. I want to see it. Is that so bad? Maybe it is. But anyway, this is going to be a very diverse unboxing, provided that there is this one title in here. The contrast might be enormous if this ends up being that. And what do you know? It is Night Will Fall. This is the released by BFI, the documentary about the Holocaust, or the liberation, the liberation of the concentration camps, and the one that I saw news about this way back, and I didn't really expect it to get a DVD release, to be honest. But Alfred Hitchcock was involved. I don't know exactly how much he did. Maybe he produced it or something, but yeah, and I saw this in Cinematic 77's video, unless I get that wrong. Maybe it's Cinemaniac 77. I said it once in a video and then I got it wrong. It's either Cinemaniac or Cinematic. Anyway, and I saw in his video the special features here, and I was like, wow, that looks. That's a pretty generous amount of featurettes here. You know, laughing when I open this, it might not be that appropriate, but you know, just the contrast was pretty funny. Obviously, you know, the quote here, dark, deep, disturbing, shocking, brilliant. Well, I don't know if it's brilliant yet, but dark, deep, disturbing, and shocking, you know, or you know, disturbing and shocking. And anyway, yes, I can imagine that it is. Actually, let's open this up because it's pretty hefty. Probably has a booklet or something. Yeah. Let's see, just go through this a little. So, yeah, I'm interested in seeing this. Very nice release, but maybe it's not a movie that you enjoy watching. This is a movie, you know, I mean, it was produced or whatever. Maybe, I don't know if it was produced by Hitchcock, but you know, I said that it was finally released, a movie that was never really finished, I think, back in, when was it from? Oh, I don't know, actually, but it's basically a movie about the concentration camps, I think, because obviously you see interviews here, much newer, so it's not only like archival footage. It's they've made a new documentary out of it. You know, I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's something like that. Anyway, I'm looking forward to watching it, but you know, it's gonna be a tough watch, I think. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, and now for something completely different. Just watched the Monty Python, the series again, and then I watched the almost, what's it called? Almost the Truth? Yeah. No? Yes. Almost the Truth. And then I watched the reunion tour from last year. And anyway, somewhere along those, I mean, somewhere there, whatever, I realized, I think it was in the Almost the Truth documentary, that this is their sketches, but they have been filmed, they have been recreated. I thought that it was just a compilation of their most popular sketches or something, but they have apparently been refilmed, and I did not know that before, so of course I want to see this now. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to that, of course. I'll just go through all of these Amazon packages first. This is That Peter Kay Thing. Recently watched Phoenix Nights with him, which was a blind buy, but I really enjoyed it. And I thought that that the main character in that show was featured in this. Oh, yeah, there he is. Brian Potter, I think his name is. So this is like, reminds me of Little Britain. I haven't seen this yet, but I feel like it's gonna be reminiscent of Little Britain. He's a British comedian, and this is, you know, he plays obviously a bunch of different characters, and you know, one of the characters he seems to play in this show is this wheelchair-bound, kind of manipulative, very annoying character, and I guess Peter Kay made a spin-off series with that character, and that's Phoenix Nights that I've just watched. Oh, and the two, well, he was also in that show. Yeah, anyway, so yeah. The Riches, Season 1, a show that I've been pretty interested in for a long time now. Not in the best condition. This is used. Most of these that I ordered from Amazon are used, actually. And the case is unfortunately cracked, but this was very cheap, so I guess that's what you get sometimes. Disc won't. Oh, come on. Well, the disc refuses to go in there. Oh well, anyway, I'll be careful. But this is with Eddie Izzard, and what network was this? Well, anyway, it looks pretty interesting. I don't know much about it, but they, yeah, they're pulling a scam. They assume the identity of a family living a privileged life in an exclusive suburban development. I've just kind of gotten the impression that this is some sort of pretty, maybe kind of semi-twisted dark comedy, quirky and original drama, it says actually. But I think it's supposed to be a drama comedy. So anyway, should be very interesting to check that out. And the last thing here, I have a hunch what this might be, because it's pretty big. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was a release with both of them, you know, one release, or if it was just a bundle pack, because the picture on Amazon had both of these, you know, like this, pretty much side by side. So, and these are two Chris Lilly comedy shows. I think he's an Australian comedian, and I just figured that maybe it was just a bundle pack with two separate releases. But no, it is in fact one release. Basically, I'm saying I wasn't sure if it was gonna have a slipcover or not, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Well, anyway, it's got Summer Heights High and We Can Be Heroes, and I really wanted to get Summer Heights High only because I've seen people talking about this, or heard people talking about this through the years, and you know, as with the Peter Kay thing, he plays different characters, and I've heard that it's funny. Excruciatingly funny. And then I found this, We Can Be Heroes, which I think is maybe some sort of mockumentary series that follows the lives of 5 extraordinary Australians as they compete for the prestigious title of Australian of the Year. I read maybe that it's supposed to be some sort of spoof on something. Now I can't remember, but he plays different characters in this too, and I got both of them. This is supposed to be great too, actually, but I had never heard of this before. But I figured I'd get both of them because this was pretty much the same price as this alone, so I didn't see why I shouldn't get this. And yeah, pretty cool release. So I don't know who Chris Lilly is really. I just know that he's a comedian. I've never seen any clips from any of these shows. I'm just curious to see what this is. So it should be fun. Okay, let's do the CD-ON stuff now. Yeah. Starting with Johnny Dangerously, a film with Michael Keaton. This is a parody or a spoof film, on probably a parody on gangster films. And yeah, let's see. Peter Boyle is in this. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know if the spoof will be in the vein of sort of Airplane and Naked Gun, or not, but it is from that sort of that era. It's from 1984. So, and I do like that kind of humor. But I'll check it out. It looks like he plays 2 different characters. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I've heard about this, and it should be fun. Then we have a Swedish kind of miniseries called Alaskans, and I don't know much about this. It's kind of like a minor or major, perhaps, but at least a minor classic in Sweden. A miniseries from 1976, and it looks good. What can I say? I just I don't know what it's based on, to be honest. Well, right here, right here it is. Based on a novel by Vilhelm Moberg. He wrote, let's see, what's the English titles? I can't think of the English titles. The Emigrants and well, The New Land maybe is one. Well, I'll write the titles here because I can't remember. But yeah, and those adaptations of those 2 novels, those 2 that I wrote there, they're very good and realistically made. So I think maybe this could be pretty good too. So yeah, we got more comedy here. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. When I first heard about this, I think I first heard about it on the yeah, roast, the Comedy Central roast, where Andy Samberg was one of the roasters. I don't know who was being roasted, but someone mentioned this show and kind of made fun of it, and I was like, yeah, maybe it's one of those newer comedy shows that, you know, nobody really is really watching and that maybe didn't do that well. But then after that, I sort of kept hearing good things about this, and then eventually I went on IMDb and I was like, well, this show has a pretty good rating. And then I kept hearing people talking about it, and I was like, well, damn, it looks like it's pretty good after all. And like I said, it's with Andy Samberg. What's his name? Well, you can see who it is. I think most people recognize him. Damn it, don't remember his name. But it's also with him. I don't know his name either, but he was in Men of a Certain Age, which is a terrific series. But what are their names? Andre Brogner, that's this guy, and I really can't remember his name right now. I don't know why I'm forgetting. But anyway, finally, an extremely goofy movie. I remember loving a goofy movie. I think I had that on VHS probably. Haven't seen that in years, but it's a good one. But I never saw this. But it was cheap. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I remember, because I'm reminded, because he's he's on his skateboard. There was this game with Max riding his skateboard game that I was so obsessed with back in the day. I don't even know what it was called. I haven't owned it in years. I lost it someday. I don't know what happened to that game, but I was just obsessed with that game. Played it so many hours, and I don't know, I was just reminded of that when I saw him on his skateboard here, on the skateboard ramp. So yeah, this is not supposed to be as good as the first one, a goofy movie, but it's supposed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And there hasn't been any Blu-rays yet, but don't worry, there are Blu-rays in here. 3 of them, I think. First, Snowpiercer. I have been interested in this. Actually, when I kind of mentioned this once in a while. I just did with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Kind of the same thing. But you know, when I first heard about this, I was like, I don't know. It looks okay, I guess. But I wasn't really dying to see it. But then I've heard people talking about it repeatedly, and I finally really decided that okay, I want to see this. After I saw Razor Wire reviews, I think it was top 50 movies of last year, and he, had a few things to say about this that made me really curious to see it. And when I found it on CD-ON for a pretty good price, I just thought that okay, I'll get this now. And yeah, it takes place on a train, which sounds good to me. Yeah, Boon Jung-ho, yeah, he made The Host. Which is a really good movie. Anyway, Life of Crime, gotta get my Jennifer Aniston movies. Also got Tim Robbins and Mark Boone Jr. and Will Forte, so pretty good cast. I haven't really heard much about this, and definitely I don't think it's gonna be a masterpiece. But I like Jennifer Aniston, what can I say? So I wanted to see this. And the last one is Bad Words with Jason Bateman. Did he direct this? Yes, he did. I think he enters some sort of spelling bee. Yeah, a 40-year-old who enters a spelling bee for middle school students or something like that. He finds this loophole, it says here on the back. And yeah, it looks pretty funny. And then this, I think this will be a horror movie right up my alley. We'll see, but I think so. I hope so. Starry Eyes. Cover makes it look pretty generic, but I've heard pretty good things about this. It's like a body horror movie. It looks very interesting, and I tend to like these kinds of horror movies. I think I will really enjoy this. So very much looking forward to this. And finally, the Ginza package. I just kind of randomly, as I do sometimes, because Ginza, they have very cheap sales and you can find some insanely cheap stuff there. So, like I sometimes do, randomly, I went on there, looked for some cheap stuff, and I found some cheap stuff. So let's go through these. Actually, it does have one Blu-ray. Mission to Lars. This is a documentary about a guy who I think is suffers from, I don't know what that is, Fragile X syndrome, a form of autism. And basically his idol is Lars Ulrich from Metallica. And this is about him. I think just about him trying to meet him. Yeah, I think this should be a pretty long movie. 9 hours to 2 hours 9 minutes. Anyway, The Merry Gentleman, more Michael Keaton. This is I believe, the only film he's directed, from 2009. This is also with Kelly MacDonald from Boardwalk Empire. This must have been right before or about the same time as that show started. And yeah, so yeah, looking forward to that. Then we got Just Add Water. I just got this because of Danny DeVito, but Justin Long and Jonah Hill is in this too. And you know, you've heard me say this before, Danny DeVito, he's great. I just love that guy. And that's why I want to see this. I would not have been buying this if it wasn't for him. I haven't really heard anyone talking about this, but it's with Danny DeVito. That's why I got it. I don't know what it's about. Then we got a movie called Motorway, which is some sort of chase film, an action film. It's I don't know if it's Korean. Maybe Chinese, actually. No, it's a Hong Kong film, sorry about that. I actually saw this. This is released by Nuta Films, and you know, in some releases they have these advertisements. When you open the DVD, on the inside they have advertisements of other releases by that company, and that's how I found out about this. And for 10 crowns, which is just a little bit more than $1, definitely wanted to get this. Not a very known movie, I don't think, but pretty new one, 2012, action flick. The car chase of car chases. Is that grammatically correct? Well, a car chase film, basically, is what it says here. Anyway, or maybe the car chase movie, whatever. Anyway, so anyway, The Yes Men. It's a documentary. Well, it says here a documentary. I kind of have some sort of clue what this might be about, but I don't know how I should explain that, and I haven't seen it yet, so I really am not gonna attempt it. But it's a documentary that, yeah, I think it could be interesting. Not the type of documentary that I'm usually interested in checking out, but I'm definitely up for checking this out. This one I am really looking forward to. Another horror movie here, Extra. I didn't see this. As if Takashi Miike had. Well, they. God damn it! I can't translate that. Well, they compare this movie with Alien if Takashi Miike had directed Alien. There you go. And there was a YouTuber who hasn't made any videos in a very long time, called Extro the Mutilator. And I don't know if he got his name from this movie or not. But this is some sort of sci-fi monster flick, horror flick. It looks very interesting. Stop saying interesting. Find other words. God damn it. Anyway, it looks very good. Looks cool. Anyway, movie called May. Anna Faris is in this. Is that Anna Faris? Doesn't look like her. Probably this girl, Angela Bettis. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's Anna Faris. Anyway, actually in 2009 a teacher said that this was really good, and then he wanted us to watch that in class or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna check it out. You know, where was I? Ran out of space on my memory card. That has never happened before, actually. It's usually the battery. I usually don't have that much film, or you know, that much filmed stuff on the camera, so that the memory card gets full. Anyway, so I had to transfer some stuff, but let's continue. We got Balls of Fury with Christopher Walken. Some sort of, like it says here, crazy comedy, some sort of over-the-top comedy, I think. I remember my cousin showing me a trailer of this. This movie is from 2007. It must have been in 2007. It feels like it's longer than that too. Well, that's 8 years, maybe not longer than that. But yeah, it must have been shortly after this was released. He showed me a trailer, and he said that the movie was really funny. But I still haven't seen it. But now I will. And then we got a movie that has an awful cover, but it looks pretty good. What's the English title? Some Guy Who Kills People. Who directed this? Okay, well, it said John Landis here. But no, he did not direct this. With Kevin Corrigan. Some sort of black comedy, I think, where he takes out revenge on the people he feels deserve it. You know, who did something to him in his life. And he wants to avenge that, I guess. And yeah, Kevin Corrigan, you might know him from Grounded for Life, that show. I used to love that. And I recently saw Big Fan with him and Patton Oswalt. And he was great in that. So, and this looks funny. And yeah. And I was just pleasantly surprised when I looked in the box here, because I thought that I removed this next title from my basket. Of some reason I thought that I did, and the other day I was like, oh man, I want to see that movie. Why did I remove it from my basket, from my shopping cart, whatever? But I didn't. It's right here. It is a short film about killing. Is that the English name? Something like that. By Kieslowski. And I do have the Decalogue Part 1 DVD with the 5 first parts of the Decalogue series that Kieslowski made. And this is included there, but that's the 1 hour version, and this is the 80-minute feature-length version. And it's been a while since I saw that too, so, the 1 hour version. So I will... yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Now I got low battery. Man, it really doesn't take much for this battery to run out. Anyway, so I am very much looking forward to this again. And yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna say before the battery ran out that I watched the 1 hour version of... no, actually, I watched the feature-length version, which might be 80 minutes or so as well, of a short film about love. Is that what it's called? I think so. If not, I'll write the title here. The 80-minute version, I thought that was terrific. The ending was just brilliant. But then I read a review with someone saying that the ending in the version from the miniseries was better. So obviously the two versions, they're different, at least the ending. So I figure maybe the ending to this is different from the one in the Decalogue series. Now I can't remember how that ended exactly, but still it might be different. I mean, of course it's 20 minutes longer or so, so it is different in that sense, but it might end differently too. So, definitely worth getting this. Anyway, still haven't seen the 1 hour version of a short film about love, by the way. Anyway, we got two left here, and they are Swedish movies. Cambree Gunnarsson I skärgården. Cambree Gunnarsson is a name in the archipelago, I guess. This is with Magnus Härenstam, an actor I've known actor entertainer that I've known for a very long time. And I rented one movie on VHS with him way back, you know, a decade ago at least, that I did not really get, that I couldn't get into. And I'm thinking it might have been this one. I couldn't really appreciate that. It wasn't really what I was expecting. So I'm kind of hoping that is this movie, so that I can see if I like it more now, and, you know, kind of, it's fun to revisit movies that you've not seen in that long too. So yeah, I hope. I mean, even if it's not, you know, it's a movie with Magnus Härenstam and also Ulf Brunberg, who, if you're not from Sweden, you will most likely have no fucking clue who that is. But I am from Sweden, and anyway. So yeah, and then the last one, which I've seen before and I liked it, is Flimmer, called Flicker in English, I think. A comedy. A very original kind of comedy that was very well filmed. I remember had some pretty good visuals and was just very well put together. Had something special about it, and I remember that clearly. But of some reason I have a hard time remembering what the movie is about, or exactly what happens. And I guess if I thought that it was that original and memorable, and I don't remember what the movie is about even, well, anyway, I remember liking it anyway. And what do you know, the battery is running out again. I guess this other battery that I had was not charged either. But it's fine, because I'm done. Still pissed off by my fucking batteries that, you know, won't last for more than an hour. But yeah, lots of stuff. I need this. I mean, I don't have that much to watch right now. I need more stuff. So this, I mean, I saved this up. It's not like everything arrived today. I've had some of these packages for a little while, but I thought that I'd do another big unboxing. I enjoy them, and I think people enjoy watching them, so there you go. Yeah, comment on whichever titles you like, or not, it's fine too. And yeah, I will see you later.